Organic Chemistry Day 3. How do we draw hydrocarbon chains by using the rules? So let's look at the do not here. Press pause and do the do not question, please. Name this hydrocarbon. Okay. 4-carbon chain. According to table P, that's bute. These are single bonds in between them. So N is ane, so it's butane. Says here, draw hexane, hexene, hexine. Hex, a 6-carbon chain. We'll just draw hexane right now. Ane means single bonds. So it's all single bonds. The rest of these are hydrogens the outside. I'm not going to draw the hydrogens, there's just too many of them to draw. Remember, carbon always has 4 bonds around it. Hexene. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ene means 1 double bond. Double bonds got between the number 1 and number 2 carbon, because there's 1 hexene. So the carbon on the left has 2 bonds, 3, 4. The second carbon has 2 on the left, 1 on the right, so that's 3 plus 1 is 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Same rule applies for hexine. 6 carbons. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go over the rules over here. It says name the hydrocarbon chains. First rule, circle the longest carbon chain. Next step says to name the longest carbon chain. Next step says put a box around any element hanging off the longest carbon chain except for hydrogen. D, start counting from left to right, then name the chain. Count from right to left and name the chain, and you choose the smallest of the two. So let's go over what this means over here. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So whenever you have a carbon off of the long chain, that ending changes from ane to il. So methane turns to methyl. If you have 2 carbons in a row, ethane will turn to ethyl. Important prefixes to know here. 2 of the same elements, what's the prefix for 2? Di. 3 of the same, tri. 4 of the same is not quad, but tetra. Okay. Now you've seen the word tetra before from tetrahedral. Okay. Tetra means 4. Let's move on. Let's actually do some practice problems here. Okay. There we go. Name the hydrocarbon chains. Find the longest carbon chain. Now we can either do 1, 2, 3 across, or 1, 2, 3 down, or 1, 2, 3 down. Either way is fine, because the longest carbon chain is still a 3-carbon chain. So let's just go across here. 1, 2, 3. Let's name that. Let's call propane. We'll write it twice. As you get better, you only have to write it once. Put a box around any element hanging off the long chain except for hydrogen. Well, there's a carbon here. From the last slide, one carbon is meth. And because hanging off, it turns to methyl, not methane. So write methyl twice. Last step would be is to name the number the carbon chain left to right. 1, 2, 3. Well, if you notice, the methyl's off the number 2 carbon. So it's called 2-methyl. Cross it out. Now you go right to left. 1, 2, 3. Well, either way you go, it's going to be 2-methyl propane, so that's the answer. Okay, let's do the next one here. Longest carbon chain, I could do 4 across or 4 going down. Let's just do across. It's not going to make a difference now. All right, that's still the longest chain either way. So 4 across, okay. That's called bute on table P. Single bonds ane. Butane, write it twice. Okay, put a box around any element hanging off the chain. Here's right here. That's an element right there. That's a carbon. Hydrogen don't count, remember? That's called methyl. Write it twice. Okay, what's the next step we do, guys? That's right, we're going to number the chain, left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now where's the carbon off, the methyl off of? Well, it's off the number 3 carbon. Okay. All right, let's erase this now because we cannot use those numbers again. Okay, now we go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now where's it off of? Oh, now it's off the number 2 carbon chain. So what's a smaller answer? 2-methyl or 3-methyl? 2-methyl. Goodbye to 3-methyl. 2-methyl is your answer. All right, hit pause and try the next one yourself. Okay, we're back. Longest carbon chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if you figured that one out. That's hanging off the end. So what's a 7 carbon chain called? Oh, sorry. I don't know why I just did that. 7 carbon chain here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon chain here. It's called hept. Ane. Because hepta in Greek is number 7. Okay? Hept, single bonds, ane. Now we have 2 methyls hanging off here, right? But they're not in a row. Because guys, don't forget, these are hydrogens in between here. That's not hydrogens and hydrogen. So it's not 2 carbons connected in a row. So what is the previous for 2 of the same, we said? Well, it's di. So instead of saying methyl-methyl, we simply say dimethyl. Because there's 2 methyls hanging off, right? So we're going to number the chain. Here we are. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where's it hanging off of? Well, it's off the number 4, comma, where else? Well, number 6. So 4, comma, 6 this way. Okay. Now we have to erase that, guys. We cannot use the same numbers again. So now we got to count the other way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now where is it off of? Well, it's off number 2 and number 4. We'll add them up. 4 plus 6 is 10. 2 plus 4 is 6. What's a smaller answer? 2, 4. That is your answer. Okay? Let's keep going. The longest carbon chain can either be 4 across or up and across. It's still going to be 4. Let's do 4 across. That's butane. Okay, I think we can only write it once now. I think we're getting comfortable with this. Okay? There are 2 methyls here. Methyl and a methyl. Okay? So again, that's called dimethyl. All right? Now, if I number this, let's number it right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they're both off the number 2 carbon, 2 and 2. All right? So that's simply called 2,2-dimethyl propane. If you went the other way, it'd be 1, 2, 3, it'd be 3, 3. So 2, 2 is a better answer. Okay? Let's move on. I want to move on to the next slide over here. You do the other two yourself. Again, find the longest carbon chain, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do 5, 6 or 5, 6. Either way you go is the same. Doesn't matter. Let's go across. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's erase down here then. So 6 carbon chain we learned is what? Well, it's called hex with single bonds, hexane. Okay. Now, if you notice, there are 2 carbons in a row hanging off. Go back to the other slides. We learned when it's 2 in a row, that's called ethyl. Ethyl. Okay, because F means 2 in a row. Now, where's it off of? Number of the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 ethyl going that way. Okay, erase it. Count the other way. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This way is 3 ethyl hexane. Well, what's better? 3 or 4 ethyl? Well, again, you always choose a lower number. So 3 ethyl hexane is your answer. Okay, let's keep going here. Remember, hit pause if you want to try each one yourself, okay? Longest carbon chain can be 5 like this, be 5 like this, or 5 across. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to do 5 across here, okay? Let's do 5 across. 5 across is pent. Single bonds, pentane. Put a box on any elements hanging off. There's a methyl here, and a methyl here. Again, these are hydrogens here, guys. So it's not connected like over here. These were connected over here, right? Okay. Okay, I don't know why I just did that again. I'm sorry. Okay. 5 across pentane. We have 1, 2, 3 methyls. That's trimethyl. We have 3 of them. Count them right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Either way it goes 2, 3, 4 trimethylpentane. See the long chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's hexane. There's a methyl here. Methyl. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 3 is better, so 3 methyl. Let's do the last one here, okay? Longest carbon chain is going to be 6 across. Or 6 down. Either way you go, it's still going to be 6, right, guys? Okay. So, once you find the longest carbon chain, you name it, right? That's hexane. You want to write it twice? Let's write it twice. How many methyls are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's tetramethyl. Remember, guys, always hit pause before and try yourself. Okay, let's number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, where is it off of? Well, there's a 2. Guys, because it's tetra, it means we have 4 numbers. 2, also the same number 2, the 4, and the 5. Now, we're going to erase these numbers. All right, like we did last time, erase the numbers. We're going to count right to left. Which is better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the 2. You have the 3. It's on the number 3 carbon. 5, 5. Well, if you add them up, 2, 2, 4, 5 is 13. 2, 3, 5, 5 is 15. 13 small and 15, so 2, 2, 4, 5 is your answer. Last one over here. Longest carbon chain here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heptane. Hit pause, guys. There are 4 methyls here. 4 methyls. So what's that called? Tetramethyl. Well, if I go this way, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's on the number 2. Tetra means 4 numbers. There's a 2, the 4 here on the top, the 4 on the bottom, and the 6. Okay, so now let's go right to left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 4, 4, 6. So either way you go, the same thing. That's it. So 2, 4, 4, 6 tetramethyl hexane answer there. Let's try this one down here. So I can do 5 down, 5 across. Either way you go, the same thing. It's going to be 5, right, guys? Okay. So what do you want to do? You want to go 5 down, 5 across? Doesn't matter. Let's go 5 across. Okay. So that's pentane, right? Now, look at this. We have 2 in a row up here. That's ethyl. We have another 2 in a row down here. So instead of saying ethyl, ethyl, what's the prefix for 2? Di. Diethyl. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, because this di is 2 numbers here. Off the 3 and the 3. Either way it goes, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be 3, 3. 3, 3 diethyl pentane. That's it.